The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
I used to always make you smile, but now I struggle with the dial. Soon as I try to call your number. Hello and welcome to Swoontower Soccer. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Mike.
And we are here to talk about the boys.
Yep, that's right. We got a big show this week, actually. Turns out, doing these every other week, there's a lot going on with Austin FC.
Those boys are doing a lot of things.
And Landon, Jeremiah, I think now I get why y'all talk every week. There's a lot to talk about, right?
There is a lot to talk about. We are going to start with a recap of last week, where we were and how we watched the Portland away match. Going to talk a little bit about the under-17 match and the EMLS thing that happened. I wasn't there. And then we're going to head into our Seattle recap, looking at the match, Scott, looking at the outfits walking in, looking at their on-pitch personalities, and then, of course, our social media standouts of the week, which I'm just going to rename What Has Danny Pereira Been Up To This Week online?
Honestly, y'all, if you aren't following Danny, do it. He's the best.
He is the best. And then we're going to wrap up with a little bit of our man of the match, player of the week, but in a different kind of spin, a different kind of light. So that's how we're going to end up today. And let's start with Portland.
Yeah, sure. So I think we probably are better served by starting at the beginning of the day, right? Because Portland happened on a Saturday. On the same day, our U17 boys played against the Dallas boys, who are all much taller than our U17s. I asked Landon a few times if he was sure that these weren't like ringers from Dallas.
It's all like that Robin Williams movie, Jack.
Yeah, honestly, it felt a little bit like Jack. It felt a little bit like the reverse of Little Big League.
Benjamin Button?
Sure. Yeah, maybe. But our kids were just so much smaller than their kids were. They grow them big in Dallas, apparently.
That's what they say. Everything's bigger in Dallas, right?
Only Dallas. That's right. But it was so much fun. La Morga came out and they were playing for the kids, and the kids were so into it. They were so excited. It was just a really good time. Got to meet a bunch of people around the club. I met the new stadium announcer, Jeremiah. He was there. That was super cool. And then also I met Hernan from We Are Austin TV. So that was fun.
Are you on We Are Austin TV?
No, bro. I'm not.
Oh, well, I wasn't there because I was at my bachelorette weekend. And to celebrate my bachelorette, we watched the Portland match. I made everybody, none of my bridesmaids are really into it. One of them kind of is, but really none of them are into soccer. And I was like, all right, well, if this is my weekend, this is what we're doing. I changed into my Sentimiento kit and we logged in and watched the Portland match. So I think it's pretty fair to say I didn't catch a ton of the actual match, so I'm not going to talk about it. Landon and Jeremiah did a great job recapping that match for real anyway, but that was kind of my fun little weekend plan.
Yeah, I like that you forced a bunch of people from New England to sit around and watch our sweet Austin boys. The only thing from that match that I really that jumped out to me, other than all of the stuff that I learned from Moontower, is I think Maxi really likes us. Really likes playing for Austin. His effort level is 150. He puts so much out on the pitch all the time. And when we played Houston last year, I didn't necessarily see that from him then. Certainly not noticeably. And so I don't know. I think we're his favorite Texas team of all the Texas teams he's played for, which is all three of them.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Amazing.
We are the third in his stops here. So San Antonio next, I guess.
No, Austin forever. So that was pretty much the Portland match. And then you had the EMLS Cup the next day on Sunday.
Yeah, we went out. I got to meet a couple of friends of the show. That was super exciting. We cheered for our player, Ex Verde, who you could tell was not used to having fans. Before the match, we were talking to each other about, like, is it going to mess them up to sing
sure,
at them while they're playing? And so we weren't sure what to do. The match started and we were all very quiet, and then he got scored on. And we could tell that, like, he was feeling really bad to have gotten scored on. And so we started singing for him, and then immediately he equalized. And so I was like, oh, okay, we're doing the right thing. He did end up losing in stoppage time. It was a very close, very
dramatic,
exciting,
I hear.
Incredibly dramatic. And then we started singing True Love Will Find You in the End for him, just like we do with the boys. And his face was so sweet. Like, he looked so touched and kind of sad. And, like, you could tell that it meant something to him. And that felt really cool. And it also felt cool to be able to show kind of what all the fans are building here in Austin on kind of a national stage. So the EMLS Cup thing, I did not expect to be nearly as fun as it was, but it was really awesome.
I love that. It sounded like fun. I was bummed to miss it, but I did. On to Seattle.
I was going to say, let's talk about something you didn't miss.
Let's talk about something I did not miss. You know what I did not miss, Mike?
What's that?
Rose.
Who's Rose?
Rose was our honorary Austin Pets Alive match Scott for Sunday against Seattle. And oh my gosh, this little puppy, she's a year old. She's a mixed breed. She's 23 pounds right now. And she is she has the sweetest little face, in her ears, the way they kind of like flop and point. And
so floppy.
Oh my God, she's so soft and she's so gentle. She's amazing. And I love her. She was shot, and so her back legs are paralyzed, but she gets around in her little cart. Apparently we talked to her friend Claire, and
yeah, Claire had a lot of really good insights into Rose, and so I think we should play both interviews.
Yeah, we got to interview Rose as well as Claire, so we're gonna play those for you now. Okay, we are here with Rose. Say hi, Rose.
Oh, good girl.
Good girl. Now, Rose, we've got a couple questions for you, okay? Rose, what advice do you have for the boys to bounce back after a tough loss last week? Yeah, good points.
And Rose, I was wondering, what are your favorite treats in the stadium? For me, it's Valentina's. What about you?
Yeah. Can you give us a Listos Verdes for our boys? Thank you so much, Rose.
You're so sweet, baby. So, what was it that you were telling us was so special about Rose?
Rose is just over a year old, and she was shot when she was a puppy and has a little bullet wound still stuck in her spine. And she can't move her back legs, but she can move around with her front really fast in a wheelchair. Loves to get dressed up in costumes, loves cats, loves dogs, loves kids. Basically a perfect dog with a British accent.
Yeah, how did you find out about her British accent?
Just one day she looked me in the eyes and she said, "Hello, mate."
Thank you so much, Claire.
You're welcome.
Okay, so Mike, I don't know about you, but I'm gonna give Rose 13 bacon bites out of 10.
Oh my gosh, that's right. We got to feed her little high-value snacks that she was so excited about. She did not like them when we were videoing her.
She did not love the camera,
but she absolutely loved them as soon as we put the camera away.
We will post that video on Twitter, so make sure you're following Moontower. Thank you so much to Claire. Thank you to Austin Pets Alive. And y'all, adopt Claire.
Yeah.
Don't adopt Claire. Claire is a human being.
Oh, right.
Adopt Rose. She's so sweet. Kenneth from last episode is also still up for adoption. So adopt Kenneth. Adopt Rose. Go adopt a dog. Go to Austin Pets Alive. They're wonderful. They're amazing. We love them. Okay, Mike. Austin FC, I feel, this season has been a little stingy with their pre-match outfit pictures.
You know, I think that's true. If anyone knows the Austin FC social admins, we've really got to get like upgraded fits from the team.
I saw that they're hiring.
Do you think that's what they're hiring for?
I hope so.
Fashion photographers for the boys?
They're looking for a social media manager, and the one job is going to be documenting their outfits.
I hope so, because honestly, we didn't get pre-match outfits for Portland.
Well, we did get a picture of them on the pitch wearing some bucket hats.
That's true. You know what? I'm glad you brought this up. Diego and Maxi in bucket hats with Cecilio behind them in a pom-pom hat is one of my favorite early season photos.
That's fashion, baby.
It was just so like candid friends hanging out, you know. But also, hey man, are you wearing your bucket hat? I'll wear my bucket hat if you're wearing your bucket hat. Like that's, I imagine, the text conversation.
Yep.
Before they got on the airplane together, right?
We got a little luckier this week.
Yeah. But again, just before the Seattle match, it was minutes before kickoff that we got the outfit pictures.
And then some of them even came in like mid-match, I want to say, maybe after the match. Because we got the first round that was Sebastian, Diego, Nick, and Hector. Mm-hmm. And then later on, we got a snap of Maxi and Ceci as well.
That's true. Yeah, because like the four, I guess the three pictures, right, of Driussi and Nick Lima, and then...
Yeah, I'm just out here being like Sebastian and Nick. You know who I mean. Y'all know.
Wait, who were? It was Nick Lima and Hector Jimenez were together, right?
Correct. They looked like they were like both going to the Domain to go shopping, but in totally different seasons.
Yeah, we got a time travel situation going on.
Yeah, exactly. Very casual, very nice. My favorite was Driussi.
Obviously. The circle sunglasses and the like
top button shirt.
The only top button shirt. Yeah, like it reminded me of the Sentimento Kit photo shoot with all the lowriders. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there was some inspiration there.
Yes, and I do want to give a shout to Ceci's glasses, because in these like little nerd glasses walking in his like sweater, I don't even remember what he was wearing on his body, but he had glasses on, and I was like, peak book nerd. Heart eyes emoji. That's the only note I have in this Word document of our notes for today. It's just like a heart eye emoji on the glasses.
All caps glasses, heart eyes emoji. Yeah, I guess I never really thought about the fact that like people probably wear contacts or glasses.
Not everyone has LASIK, Mike.
Well, we've got Austin's got an official LASIK provider. Yeah. So I just kind of assumed that everyone who could or would did.
I guess maybe they're fashion glasses. Maybe they're blue light blockers.
You think?
Could be.
Cecilio, if you're listening and you're wearing fashion glasses, go ahead and tweet at Steph and let her know, because she won't let this go.
I won't wear my glasses. I wear contacts. I refuse to wear my own glasses, but I will wear fashion glasses. So it might be that kind of thing.
Well, and if you looked as good as Cecilio in
I
your
never
glasses, right? You would wear them out, I think.
Never will. That's a pipe dream that I couldn't even dream of.
Moving on to the pitch for Seattle. First off, the weather was beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
What incredible. A great day. It helps that we sit in the shade. It definitely sounds like it was hotter in the sun. So I guess the whole, like half the team didn't feel quite as nice as we did. But right before the match, I peeped Danny Pereira giving a little snuggle to Julio Cascante before everything kicked off, and it was just so cute because like Danny's 5'8", 5'9" or whatever, and Julio's 6'1", 6'2", whatever, and it just looked so pure and kind, and like you can tell that the tightness like on the team is really starting to like pay dividends in the way that they interact with each other and stuff.
Absolutely. Danny in general looked so little I mean, Seattle was enormous. That was the thing that I kept like feeling as I was watching, is how enormous those guys were. It's like what you were saying about Dallas, the U17s earlier. Everyone was just massive. And that was overwhelming to me. And
yeah, it's like we were playing the Monstars or something. It just wasn't fair. All of their dudes taking the powers of other bigger dudes.
I was really happy with how we played in general.
Yeah, I liked how spicy it was.
Yes.
We went down, and that was a bummer. But then, like, immediately, Ruben is like storming upfield to try to score goals just before the half. Like, he's probably not supposed to, right? Like, I don't know. Landon, Jeremiah, they can tell you if he's supposed to be doing that or not. I just thought, oh my God, look at him go. I want to see that fire, right? When Finley crashed into the keeper, like right in the beginning of the match or whatever, and you were like, how is that not a card?
Yeah. That was a yikes.
It was spicy. It was fun.
It was spicy, but it was good. And you wanted to talk about, we were talking about Maxi and his kind of leadership on the pitch, and you wanted to talk a little bit about Ring as captain. And I was saying that, and I'll get to this a little bit later too, but Maxi feels like a real leader, a real captain, but I was nervous that maybe he's a little too spicy to be a captain.
Yeah, and so when we were talking about this, I brought up that, like, right now, Alex Ring is our captain, who last season got red carded for being too spicy, right? And in this match, I thought we might see it happen again when he was yelling at the ref so much. Like, he was really aggressively in there. And something that, for me, coming from, like, watching hockey as I was growing up, the captain is never the guy who gets in the fight, right? The captain is always the guy who keeps the cool head, but the assistant captain is who does the fighting. Like, that's the guy that you send in there to mix things up and to, like, be that spark. I don't know what the equivalent is in soccer. If captains are supposed to be that kind of spicy, like, level of aggression.
Yeah. I just thought it was really interesting. And I think that, I don't know, I'm curious to see what y'all think. If that's a place for the captain is up in people's faces, or if it's something that maybe should be a little bit more reserved or hung back, or
if it's a team by team thing or what, right? Like, who knows?
How do you like your captains?
Yeah. How do y'all like your captains? I kind of like that Alex Ring is the captain in that spicy way.
Sure.
But also,
I get nervous.
Right. Also, it makes me nervous because if he has to miss time, what does that send as a message, right?
Yeah. All right. I think that the elephant in the room for the entire second half of the match.
Are we going to finally talk about it?
We're going to finally talk about it.
It's about time.
I promised I would do it on Twitter. Shout out to that napkin.
Yo, that napkin, player of the match.
Player of the match. That thing floated down onto the pitch in like the 46th minute, and it held on. And we were, I mean, my, attention span is what it is. And so there were so many moments where I was like, I need to watch the match. Like, I had to like physically like remind myself to watch the soccer instead of watching this napkin like slowly move about, like floating here, floating over there. It almost scored a goal at one point.
Well, it almost ended up in the goal.
It almost scored a goal at one point. I said what I said.
You're right.
That thing was hanging on. And I swear to everything, when it passed right by the right shoe of Seattle's keeper, Mike and I were screaming, like, just pick it up. Just, it's right there.
So many times someone would be so close that I thought, oh, for sure, this is when they'll pick it up.
And there was
ref?
Yes. There was an injury. There was time that everything was paused. People were standing around waiting for balls, doing this, doing that, and nobody picked up. Like, did nobody see the napkin?
It had to affect the players, right?
It had, like, it affected me.
At least two of those posts, I'm saying it now, I'm saying it right now. At least two of those posts would have been goals if it weren't for the napkin. This is a conspiracy by Big Napkin to hold Austin down.
Y'all, that's the kind of quality content we are here to bring you.
Let me know your thoughts on the napkin. Who put it there? Who put it there? Who
Was it
is
deliberate?
responsible? Was it an accident? I doubt it. I doubt it. There's no way you accidentally put a napkin so perfectly in my inability to focus on the rest of the match. I'm getting derailed here because I wanted to talk about Kippy on the sideline warming up with all the boys. Also, we had our first sighting of Danny Houston, maybe ever, in Austin on the pitch, right? Like, he was warming up with the subs. I thought we might actually see him on the field. We didn't. But when they called the first two subs,
Oh my gosh. It was a very unclear communication.
there was some confusion.
There was pointing. There was, me, you, me.
Multiple people started to run toward Josh Wolf, and it was Kippy was in the confusion because he was just so excited to get to go play. It was so pure and so awesome to
it was
watch.
amazing. Speaking of the warm-ups, though, I want to give a real massive shout out to the rehab coach, Chad Kolarczyk. We're in that section. Like, we watch them warm up. We watch them stretch and do jogs, whatever they, the things that they do. And there's so much that this guy, he's leading their exercises, sure, but he lets them watch when it's important to watch. He doesn't make them do things like when they're on a run or when it's when even the other team is on a run. Like, he sees the match and he lets the guys not enjoy the match, but watch it and experience it and know what's going on. And I know that's an important part of waiting to be called on or waiting to be subbed in, but it just feels like I mean, I've had coaches who wouldn't care if the world was on fire. I'm going to do that Pilates thing. So the fact that he is really tempered with his warm-ups and he clearly has good rapport with them. They respect him. He's doing a great job. I just really wanted to shout him out as the rehab coach down there, getting them warmed up and really letting them be part of that match experience.
Y'all, she's being sheepish. She also wants to include him on the next smile bracket.
He is also very handsome.
So I just want to call out here that there are other reasons that she wants to talk about Chad Kolarczyk. That's fine. It's okay. Because, yeah, all of those things you said, absolutely true. All of the things you left unsaid, also true.
Moving on to our social media superstars. All right. I want to apologize to John Gallagher.
Yeah, on behalf of Swoontower Soccer.
Sorry for whoever forced you to wish everyone a happy St. Patrick's Day just because you're from Ireland.
Yeah, also, whoever, had you captive in the car and wouldn't let you leave until you did it, sorry.
Sorry. Anyway, Denny's TikTok. Very funny new video. Apparently he's catching feelings.
Also, apologies to whoever he's catching feelings for.
Because he's not around till the end of the season.
That's right. Sorry.
He said so. Sorry.
Sorry.
I
wanted to offer an apology to Cecilio for having his good name slandered by Maxi Arruti this week about his Tinder game. Cecilio, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Ceci. Sorry. Congratulations to the Driussi family.
Yeah, let's move off sorries and into congratulations. Driussi's baby is I'm not a baby person. I'm just
what a
not.
Weird thing to say.
But
I understand the sentiment behind it. It just was phrased very strange.
But he posted a picture today of his daughter holding the baby, and that one got me. Mm-hmm. That's the one. Yeah. So cute.
Congrats.
Yes. The last social media thing that I wanted to talk about is on Saturday, March 26th. So maybe tomorrow, if you're listening to this when it comes out on Friday, the Laundry Project is doing a collection event at Hop Squad from 1 to 4 p.m. For those who may not know, the Laundry Project is a project started by the Stuvers, Brad and Ashley, to help our neighbors with getting their laundry washed for them. So show up to Hop Squad and bring some unscented detergents, fabric softeners, stain remover, bleach, reusable laundry bags, hand sanitizer, coloring books and crayons. Also, try the beer he made with Hop Squad. Like, if you ever wanted to have Brad Stuver make you a beer, now is your chance. Because there's a whole series of him brewing beer at Hop Squad, and he'll be there for you to try it and tell him how good it is from 1 to 4 p.m. right at Hop Squad, just outside of the stadium.
All right, Mike.
Yeah.
It's our final segment.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. Y'all, I have a decision scaries. When we ordered
fear of commitment.
A fear of, well, when we ordered
Is that too real?
No. When we ordered our new kits, Mike was like, I'm getting Driussi on the back. Who do you want? And I froze. I was like, I can only have just one. And I couldn't decide because I just love I love so many boys on this team that it felt like I was, putting one down to get another on my jersey, which is so silly and so stupid, but like that's how I felt. So I couldn't decide. So I just got a blank one and I was like, oh, I can personalize it later. And then I realized with this forum, I can personalize that jersey every single week with my honorary jersey embellishment choice every Swoontower episode. So allow me this indulgence. And
it's certainly indulgent.
Basically, this is a chance for me to talk about my favorite player of the week in a non-technique, goal-scory kind of man of the match way.
The stuff that might not earn you man of the match, but will earn you man of Steph's shirt. Man of my shirt. The man of my shirt today is Maxi Urruti. And when he came out, when he subbed in at the end of the match, I just felt a shift. And I know Diego scored. I know it was his shot that went in. But Maxi was shooting. Maxi was leading. Maxi was yelling. There was so much leadership, and I felt the energy on the pitch change. I felt everything kind of like have this renewal of energy. And I know that's going to come with fresh blood, but I really think a lot of it comes from him directly and his ability to rally these boys in a way that I didn't see last season when we had subs come on. Maybe there was a little bit of an energy boost, but not like this. Yeah. Maxi, he hasn't scored for us, but the stuff that he does that isn't that is so important for the way that this team works, and the stuff that he does off the field, right? He's hanging out with our young guys. He's driving Rodney Redas around wherever they're going. Where are you going?
Where are you going, Rodney and Maxi? Where?
But like wherever they're going together, and he's taking pictures with Cecilio and teasing him on the socials and like constantly commenting on everybody's stuff, and just very clearly is a big part of why the vibes are so cool on this team right now.
Yes, absolutely. So he's the man of my shirt today. This has been Swoontower. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Mike.
Listen to Moontower. Follow them on Twitter at Moontower Soccer.
Yeah, and if you see us at a match, come say hi. We love friends, and we might have a couple of little secret fun things to give out.
Ooh, we love secrets. We love you all. We'll see you next time.
Muchas gracias. Bye bye.